out and about. And it's Monday night instead of Tuesday night, but there's a special event going on tonight, and we didn't want to miss the event. Every year, the Special Olympics plays the Muscatine Police Department and Fire Department in a basketball game. It is a ton of fun. Everybody just really has a good time coming together with their neighbors and visiting and playing. And if you can get out to the Y, you are going to want to come out and watch it. The game's going to be kicking off here at 7 o'clock. Right now it's about 6:15. So we wanted to talk to the ref who's going to be taking care of this game. And that's Tone. So we're going to have a good time tonight. We're going to watch the Special Olympics game, but before we get started, I'm still here in my office at the Y. I'm going to head down the hallway for the game, but before we do, I wanted to share a couple of dates for you. Don't forget, it's tax season. If you need to get your taxes filed, you don't have to go spend a bunch of money. Go over to MCSA tomorrow night, February 18th. They'll hook you up with the computers, with some kind of help there so that you can file your taxes for free. It takes about 10 days to 2 weeks to get your refund put right back in your checking account. Easy peasy. So get on down there tomorrow night. Other things coming up. Wednesday night, we're having a public meeting downstairs at City Hall in the lower level conference room. And that's going to be to talk to anybody that's affected by the West Hill Sewer Separation Project. Lots of times folks have questions. They want to talk to somebody. They want to give their input. This is the venue to make that happen. So Wednesday night, February 19th, come on down to City Hall. Next, Friday, February 21st. Every year, the Kiwanis Club holds a spaghetti supper. They have it over at, well, I call it Hayes, but I believe it's St. Mary's St. Matthias School over on Cedar Street. It starts in the evening on Friday night. Adults price is $6, kids is $3, and all the proceeds go to the great events and the great programs that Kiwanis does right here in Muscatine to benefit our friends and neighbors right here in our city. Next, February 25th, next Tuesday night before our show, there's going to be a Cajun cook-off. And this is going to be an event that's going to help support the Almost Friday Fest. You know, it's going to be spring, it's going to be summer. We're going to be right down there on the riverfront, enjoying spending time together. But right now is the time to raise some funds for it. So Chris Bohr and Brenda Christensen are putting together a Cajun cook-off. I've got the card right here, so I didn't miss anything. It's called Almost Mardi Gras, kind of like Almost Friday Fest. So Fat Tuesday, 5 o'clock to 7:30 next Tuesday night. You can have Cajun food, a signature drink called River Twisted. Doesn't that fit all of us? Music by Tony Tone, and beads and a mask. Tickets are $20 if you get them ahead, or $25 at the door. So you're going to want to get them ahead and save $5. Good event that's going to benefit our Almost Friday Fest. And if you haven't been to those last year, you're going to want to go to those again this year because it's a good time. You see everybody from Muscatine, you get a chance to visit with them just as a friend and a neighbor, not in a business setting, not when you have things that you have to talk to them about that has to get done, but just as a time to just casually visit and enjoy some good music and good food. Reminder, our city next week. Oh, you know, and one more thing on the Cajun cook-off. I'm going to be judging some of the food, and I'm looking forward to it. All right, next week on Our City, our guests are going to be Andrew Fangman. He's the city planner for the city of Muscatine, and he is going to be talking to us about the upcoming caucus. You know, the United States government, or not caucus, census, not caucus. I got caucus on the mind still from a couple weeks ago. We're going to be doing the census. The United States government every 10 years does a census, counts everybody. And you know, these numbers are what they really use to make sure that allocations get appropriately applied when it comes to different kinds of things that the government helps municipalities and counties and states with. So we want to make sure that everybody gets counted. So Andrew Fangman's going to come on our city next week and give us the skinny on everything we need to know about the upcoming census. And our second guest is our new city councilwoman, Peggy Gordon. She's going to come on and talk to us a little bit about herself. You know her better as the person who is behind our new dog park. But she's now our city councilwoman, and she's going to share everything we want to know about her and some of her goals and the things that she hopes to get accomplished in her term as city councilwoman. We are going to catch up with Tony Tone here now and get started watching the Special Olympics Firefighter Policeman game. You're not going to want to miss it, so stay tuned.
Okay, we're up.
All right. Now we'll go down. These go on that side and then it doesn't tip, but it doesn't matter. Good evening, everyone. February 27th, February 17th. Man, I can't get the date right today for nothing. It's 2020. I got that much. Easy to remember. We are here at the Y tonight. I got to give you a little bit of save the dates because there's so much going on in Muscatine every day. I mean, how do you keep up?
I don't know, Mayor.
I don't either.
It's tough.
It is.
Thank goodness for social media.
That's right.
I just watch Our City, and that's how I know.
Oh, sure. There you go.
Yeah.
Well, we are right here at the Y tonight, out and about. We are going to be filming and showing you the Special Olympics Firefighter Policeman's basketball game. We do it every year. Last year we were out at Hayes, though. Or no, we were at the high school. That's right. We were at the high school.
And it was a blizzard.
It was cold.
It was super bad weather. We got a little fog tonight, which is interesting.
Yeah.
Like we could just have this game and not have any bad weather.
There you
it
go.
would be okay.
There you go.
So.
Well, hey, we've got Tony Loconzel here, better known as Tony Tone. He refs this game. He gets to make sure the right people win.
Yeah, so it's great to see you, by the way. Thank you.
Too.
I love doing this. I mean, you started the show in your office. It's so great. The Y is such a great place. And yeah, so this basketball game has been going on for, I don't even know.
I can't remember. 10, 15, 20 years.
Right. So
yeah,
this is my 6th year refereeing, and this is one of those events I look forward to every year. And I've told Jason Miller, who runs Special Olympics, he doesn't even need to ask me, and he never does.
Just no. Oh, yeah, he's just got you written down. Yeah.
I just tell him, I'm like, just tell me the date so I can coordinate.
Yep.
And so what's funny is that like every year, it's typically I think been on a Tuesday maybe, and my wife works Tuesday nights.
It's usually on Tuesday nights.
Right. Yeah. So here we are on Monday, a holiday.
Yeah.
But I tell you what, and I just love where we're sitting right now because you can see all these volunteers literally
setting up,
getting ready, and
in no time.
Mayor, this event, I mean, we'll have anywhere from 100 to 150 people tonight. It's
you bet. And we don't even have to ask the firefighters and the policemen. Great,
The athletes look forward to this game every single year. Their coach, Mark Heideball, who works with me at Hy-Vee, said it's the first question that he gets asked. And it's really the biggest game, right?
Sure.
I mean, as much as we want them to qualify for state and go on, but this is really it. And
this is it. This shows the community.
oh, but our athletes are so, they take this very seriously.
Oh, yes, they do.
A lot of practice.
Yes, they do.
And if anything, the last couple of years, I feel like since the police department has come into the fold, they've fielded a better team.
Oh, yeah.
Right? So, and it gets a little competitive out there. So as a referee, I don't ref a lot of basketball during the course of the year except this game. So I really, like you said, we have to be sharp.
We do.
And people have claimed that I call fouls on the firefighter and police department players that are maybe not warranted, and I would just like to say on your show that that is true, and I will do that again tonight.
You bet.
Because listen, I mean,
hey,
not that I won't call any fouls on the Warriors. I might have to give Dick Vetter, who's standing off camera, I might have to tee him up tonight. I don't know. But no,
I'm gonna get going.
I love this game. And it's in such a great setting, right? As I mentioned, I love the Y. My family loves the Y. You've been here for years, and it just has gotten so much better. The remodel. I mean, to be able to do all the things that you guys do here, and to watch the crowd that'll come tonight. If you're watching live, I implore you to get here.
Just come on down. It is.
Sure.
You're right, though. We are truly a community Y.
Yeah, absolutely.
Our Y fits our community, and that the reason our Y is the way it is because it's a mirror of our community. If you went to, I've been to YMCA's from Baltimore to San Francisco, and you will never find another one like our Y.
Yeah.
Because it's developed around us and what the programs that we want, and the people what they want, and that's what it is, and it's the place to be, and it's so welcoming of everybody. We were just talking the other day about so many years ago when the Special Olympics came to be a program of the Y. Perfect fit.
Oh, absolutely.
You know, we want them to be a part of the Y, just like we want everybody else to be a part of the Y, and we got a good spot right here.
This is perfect.
We really do, but it's going to get better.
I feel like I'm half inclined to let Mr. Vetter referee the game, or Steve, who's over there.
There you go.
And we could just sit and do play-by-play from out here behind the glass. But
that's right.
Yeah, you're right. I mean, it is so unique to have Special Olympics and Big Brothers Big Sisters all under the Y's umbrella. And every time Amy Hessel tells me that there's 80 free hours of programming,
she'll tell you
for kids.
Exactly.
Yeah, but it's just I think about growing up in the suburbs of Chicago. Our Y, like you said, it pales in comparison. And when you think about those kids that are getting out of school at 3 o'clock until a parent gets home, where are they going? What are they doing? And who are they interacting with?
Exactly.
There's a safe haven right here. It's just it's tremendous. And I know that people know that, but I still am surprised when I hear people say that they don't have a Y membership.
I know.
Like, why? Especially if you work at a company that'll pay for some of it.
Oh, you betcha.
I mean, that's an unbelievable incentive.
And we every year we take a look at what our membership fees are compared to ours are on the low end of the.
Absolutely.
I mean, you'd be paying almost double if you went to Davenport or some of the other Ys. And we have programs like a program near and dear to my heart is our Grandparents Raising Grandchildren program.
Sure.
We have the only successful one, the only one going in the state of Iowa. So people call us and come from all over to be able to come to that program. It's just another thing. We fit our community. But one thing I want to say about this game, you would almost think maybe it would be easy for the firefighters and police to win this game or the Special Olympics. Not necessarily true.
Right.
And I can tell you, go ahead. I can tell you, I thought a similar thing when I was called to go play Wii bowling at Sunnybrook. And I got kicked. I was a bad loser because they are good. They know what they're doing.
Good.
They are so good.
Right.
And you would think, oh, this is easy. I can do this. No.
Yeah, that Sunnybrook Wii bowling, I think Jason Miller, the Special Olympics director, and I, we've been partners for I think 3 years now, and we've not won one time. We've had our competitors. Usually it's Dick Vetter. And
he's pretty good.
Guys. They've rolled 300 perfect games.
I know. I know,
There's
I
no
was
mock
like,
practice
oh
today.
my goodness. Yeah, and I think this game is pretty similar.
Yeah, that's so true. You know, it's great because I think this helps humanize our firefighters and police officers. My father is a retired Chicago police officer, so I've been around, was around police and firefighters my whole life, so I don't really see them differently, but certainly when you can see them in a setting like this, it just helps just drive home the fact that this is a job, right? They literally go to work, put on the uniform, and their only hope is they want to have uneventful days, right?
I mean, yes, they do.
They're not going to tell you they love when 911 gets called, but they're ready.
Yes.
But they just want to go home to their families, like the rest of us. So, but I think for whatever reason, that's lost on a lot of people.
I do
they
too.
may have this barrier that doesn't need to exist.
No, because they're
just
our friends and neighbors. They're
Absolutely.
living right there in our neighborhood, same as us.
Yeah, absolutely.
And what another thing I think that helped people to see the friendly face of our law enforcement and our firefighters
Sure.
and our sheriff's department, because we can't leave CJ out of the mix.
Right, absolutely.
Is the fact that they did they were captains of the Salvation Army Kettle Drive this year.
That's so cool.
And to see them come out and put everything they had into raising money for Salvation Army this year, oh my goodness. Whitney,
Whitney
oh my
Pena, she's
goodness,
great.
Whitney was right there,
great.
up there in that kettle with Lieutenant Bach. Oh my goodness.
He slept in the kettle, and
I
then
know.
you think about it, and they hit and exceeded their goal.
Yeah.
Right? So that's,
And you had Artist Light there.
Oh, she was there
Oh
all the
my
time.
goodness, she
Yeah.
was there all the time. And really these are our friends and neighbors that are doing their job.
No, I
like
love
you
it.
said.
You're right.
I
mean,
love it. I love it.
I think a lot of people, whether you've been in Muscatine your whole life or you're new, you certainly understand getting involved. And I think there's so many ways to do that. And this night that we're sitting in behind us is a great organization. You can get connected to Special Olympics, Big Brothers, Big Sisters. If you're looking for volunteer opportunities, the Y is a great place.
Yes.
And it's so
Yes.
impressive to me because whether it is police, fire, sheriff's office, our big corporations, they've all been built on service, and
Exactly.
a lot of them wouldn't be here for all these years if they didn't give back.
Right.
And it's nice, and I think that can get lost in the shuffle, because it's easy to yell about when things go wrong. And my thing is always we need to yell about the things that we do well.
Oh, you bet.
And brag about it, because no one's going to do it for us.
No,
I mean,
no.
you're a good advocate. I've tried to be. There are people in this town that are pushing and yelling about the good.
Positive messages, yes.
But and that doesn't mean that you're not realistic. I mean, I always like to say I'm optimistic. I understand that we've got our struggles, but I'd rather identify the struggles and get a plan in action. But then let's talk about the good stuff. 'Cause
Absolutely.
who's going to do it, right? We
Yeah.
all need to do it. So I'm super fortunate to continue to get asked to do things like this event and anything. I'm emceeing a trivia night this Saturday for the Louisa County Ambulance. So there's so many
neat.
different
Oh, man, there is.
causes.
There
right?
is.
And Flickinger just had their trivia.
Oh, it was amazing. Did you go?
I did not. We were invited, and I had.
There were so many things going on that night.
Well, I had a really busy Friday with Valentine's Day.
Oh, okay.
So I was a little
You were
bit,
recovering.
I was,
Yes.
I was tired. But I just think that we are not short on things to do.
Oh, no.
Or ways to connect and,
No.
and give back in this town. And that's great. And I think that, most people would agree, but certainly for people that are new to town, holy moly,
yeah.
we want to get you
Yes,
involved,
yes.
right?
And we always say, we talk about this all the time on my show, and I know you do on yours
Sure.
as well, that the foundation of the programs that we have here in our community to support one another are based on volunteers.
Absolutely.
We
yeah.
could not do any of the services that we do, or
Sure.
nearly, without the volunteers that we have, and the donations, the fundraising. You've got Special Olympics. These all Salvation Army, and Special Olympics, and Big Brother, Big Sister, and all the different programs and services that we have in Muscatine. We are so fortunate that we have not only our business and corporate sponsors and partnerships who come out every time they're needed.
Yeah.
Every time they're needed.
The ask is a lot, for sure.
And they're there.
Yeah.
They are there.
Sometimes I don't know how they do it. But then,
I don't either.
I mean, I don't know if, Chad, if you have a camera in the gym, but literally, there's a table right here, to your point on the volunteers, there's a table with volunteers, Kathy McConaughey being one of them, and they're running this, they've got a bake sale and some raffle items.
Yeah.
And just think that gym just got transformed in about 25 minutes. I think Mel could have done it blindfolded with one arm. But it's you're so right, and it is quite astonishing the amount of ask that gets, the amount of asking for help, and nobody ever says no.
No, and and it's not just the corporations, although for sure they're there for us, but it's individual people and families. The Salvation Army, they filled those kettles with people walking by and putting in $1.
Yep.
And every one of those dollars counts. And it supports programs like this one here, like the Special Olympics program. I would hate to see if I could think of what all of the sports are. But Jason Miller, as you mentioned, as the director, and his father before him, Ron Miller,
so great.
They actually have put together quite a wide variety of sports.
Absolutely.
So I know they do. I'll see if bocce ball, because they let me go play sometimes. And they do swimming, and they do track, and they do basketball, and they do bowling, and what am I missing?
Powerlifting. Flag football. And then, of course, they've got the skills side of things.
Yes.
So for folks that may need even more help. If you need to walk across.
Yeah, you go ahead.
So,
even like cheerleading. I mean, they have done several different things like that.
I think, over 130 athletes. And the most exciting thing is we're sitting here and it's their 50th anniversary. 50 years.
50 years.
Is astonishing. And to have Dick Vetter, who's behind us, you can kind of see him behind us. To have Dick as one of the orial or the founding members. There's Dick right there.
Right there.
It's such a great story. Look at this guy. I love this guy. Dick's come into Hy-Vee in moments where I've been a little stressed out, and that guy right there.
How does he not bring a smile to you?
He's a ray of sunshine.
Oh, he is.
And he gives me the business every time I see him, and I'm okay with that. But yeah, for 50 years of a program, and to have Jason's dad, Ron, have done it, and Jason pick up, it's a legacy.
Sure
for
it
them.
is. Sure it is.
I mean, I just want people to understand, I got here at like 5:45, and I was looking for Jason, and Mel said he's in coaching a swimming practice till 6:15, and now he's got this giant basketball game in just about 24 minutes. So I mean, this is a full day and a full night.
Oh, sure it is. Sure.
So I just hope people understand when we talk about the Jason Millers or the Lindsay Phillipses with these various organizations that yes, their job is rewarding, but it is a job.
Yeah, it is.
And it's a lot to manage.
It certainly is. But once again, without volunteers,
you can't do it.
It wouldn't happen.
You can't do it.
It wouldn't happen.
Are you going to go over the edge this year? I want to ask you. I'm taking over your show, and I'm.
Last time I gladly wrote a check.
Yeah, I'm happy that they're bringing it back, Mayor, but I feel like I did it the first year, and it was cold and rainy and windy.
It was terrible, wasn't it?
And I don't think people know, I wouldn't say I have a fear of heights, but I don't go down the side of buildings that often. So there's that moment of this harness is going to support all of this, and they said
been there, thinking that.
So I'm happy that that's coming back, but again, you're right. To your point, volunteers are everything in this town.
Well,
it's awesome.
Over the Edge is going to be on Thursday this year.
That's exciting.
And it's going to support Big Brother Big Sister and Special Olympics, and plans are already in the works.
Great.
If you know Lindsay Phillips, and I'm sure you do, you'll know she's always got something new up her sleeve. So there will be something going on that we haven't already had.
Okay.
Always.
That's exciting because I don't even know what that is.
This is who came up with the Duck Derby down Iowa Avenue, which now has been bequeathed to Amy Hessel. So she's going to do it with our youth programs at one of our Almost Friday Fests.
Oh, that's cool.
The way Muscatine, that's another thing I always talk about on our show, is the way Muscatine comes together and collaborates with one another. You don't run into this competitiveness like you might in other towns. we work together to fill the gaps.
Yep.
And come on board and help one another. You know, Almost Friday Fest is a prime example.
Yeah.
They noticed, you know, everybody was leaving and going home and not spending time together with each other, so they started this festival. And now other groups and programs have joined on and doing it together, and it's great.
The Almost Friday Fest thing was a little surreal because, you know, certainly Chris Bohr and Brenda Christensen and their friends, you don't know what to expect, but they had like perfect weather. I mean, I stood on stage in front of, I didn't count, right? But I mean, 1,500 people. And we were in Muscatine along our beautiful riverfront. And you know, on my show tomorrow, we have Chris Bohr coming on to talk about, they have an event on Fat Tuesday, so a week from tomorrow. Yeah, that'll be super cool. With
I'm judging, are you?
No, I didn't get asked to judge. I'm playing I'm playing Zydeco music.
I know.
So that's fine. I mean, I'm always willing to judge food.
I didn't know how to pronounce Zydeco.
Yeah.
So Zydeco. I just said music by Tony Tone.
Zydeco music, like you're at New Orleans.
Yes.
But no, that's a great event, and you know, Almost Friday Fest is like, it was so great, and I'm excited to MC it again, and to have that in Muscatine, and I said a couple of times last year that it didn't feel like we were in Muscatine, and I didn't mean that as a slight. It's just so great to have that many people together for, you know, no cost to attend.
Right.
But you still don't know if people are going to take that to heart. But as someone with 3 young kids, you know, you could get down there. It was a safe
houses,
environment.
cotton candy. I mean, suppers there. I was fortunate enough to be able to drive the golf cart each time.
That's awesome.
And give people rides, because it is a little bit of a jaunt.
Oh yeah.
From the parking area, and you want to save all of your energy for fun once you get there. But to be able to just visit with all of our friends and neighbors as I got to give rides back and forth, I loved every minute of it. I'm back again this year with bells on. Oh yeah.
Oh, that's awesome.
It's a wonderful event. I wouldn't want to miss it.
Well, I think I'm gonna get in the gym because my co-referee is here.
Yes.
And he's doing it for the first time. My store director Matt Schweitzer. But it's great to see you.
Yes.
And thank
you too.
I'd love to have you on the Hy-Vee show again.
Oh yeah.
So
pencil me in. Get me down to date.
I will. And I just think to be able to do this on location again is just wild.
Yes.
So if you're watching, please come out and support these athletes. It's going to be great.
The game's going to kick off in 15 minutes.
15 minutes, yeah.
All right.
I'm going to scoot my chair.
We'll see you soon.
Thank you, man.
We are so glad that you've joined us here tonight. Of course, our city will be shown throughout the week, replayed on Channel 5, on Muscatine's cable network, Muscatine Power and Water. So if you missed this, you can catch it later. You can also catch us on YouTube and on Facebook. We'll get it shared around the way, and we hope to see you here next week on Our City. Thank you for joining us. Time to rock it out.